What's a school rumor you heard as a kid that turned out to be true years later? Everyone knew the rumor about the tunnels under Roosevelt High. Supposedly, there was an entire network of passages connecting all the buildings, built during Prohibition for smuggling alcohol. Teachers laughed it off as urban legend. The principal called it persistent fiction in assemblies. But kids swore they'd heard things. Voices from under the floor in the old wing. Footsteps in walls. The janitor, Mr. Volkov, would just smile when asked about it, saying in his thick accent, "Schools have many secrets." The rumor evolved over decades. By the time I attended in the 90s, the story included everything from bomb shelters to secret societies. Every weird noise was the tunnels. Every missing item had fallen into the tunnels. It became our school's Bermuda Triangle myth. My senior year, a water pipe burst in the basement, flooding the boiler room. During repairs, workers had to tear up part of the floor. That's when they found the first door. Solid metal, locked, with no record of it in any blueprint. The school tried keeping it quiet, but construction workers talked. Word spread that they'd found something. The administration claimed it was just old maintenance access, but they hired special contractors to investigate further. Security increased. Areas were roped off. Then Bruno Fitzgerald, whose dad worked construction, snuck in after hours with his father's keys. What he found changed everything we thought we knew about our school. The tunnels were real. Not just service passages, but an elaborate network. Bruno took hundreds of photos before security caught him. The images spread through school like wildfire before administration could suppress them. The tunnels weren't from Prohibition. They were older, dating to the Civil War. Roosevelt High was built on the site of a station for the Underground Railroad. The tunnels had hidden escaped slaves traveling north. Historical documents found in a sealed room proved it. But that wasn't the biggest revelation. The tunnels weren't empty. Someone had been living in them recently. It was Mr. Volkov. Our janitor of 30 years had been homeless when first hired. Instead of finding an apartment, he discovered the tunnels and made them his home. He'd built an entire living space down there. Bedroom, kitchen, even a library of books discarded from the school over the decades. He wasn't alone. Over the years, he'd sheltered other homeless employees, students who'd been kicked out by parents, anyone who needed sanctuary. There was a whole community history written on those tunnel walls. Generations of the desperate finding refuge under our feet. The investigation revealed Mr. Volkov had been maintaining the tunnels, preserving their history. He'd cataloged artifacts, protected documents, kept the Underground Railroad story alive when everyone else had forgotten. He'd been the guardian of our school's deepest secret. Legal issues arose immediately. The school faced massive liability for unknowingly housing people. Mr. Volkov faced trespassing charges. Parents were outraged. Some called him a hero, others a dangerous vagrant. Then the historians got involved. The tunnels were declared a historical site. The artifacts Mr. Volkov had preserved were museum quality. The documents he'd protected were invaluable. He hadn't been a trespasser. He'd been an unofficial curator. The charges were dropped. Mr. Volkov was given a small pension and real housing. The school built a museum around part of the tunnel system. It became a tourist attraction, generating enough revenue to fund programs the school had been cutting. Mr. Volkov gave tours until he died 5 years later. He'd always end with the same words. Children knew truth when adults chose blindness. They heard us below, keeping history alive. Sometimes rumors are just truths waiting to be discovered. After his death, they found his journals. 30 years of entries about life in the tunnels. He'd written about every student who'd discovered the entrances over the years but kept a secret. About the teachers who'd brought him food, pretending not to know where he lived. About the principal who'd definitely known but chose to protect him. The journals revealed other secrets. The music teacher who practiced piano in the tunnels at night when her husband was drunk. The student who hid there during the shooting in '99, saved by a hidden door Mr. Volkov had shown him. The cafeteria ladies who used the tunnels to smuggle leftover food to homeless camps. Our school had been harboring secrets within secrets, layers of hidden humanity beneath everyday education. The rumor we'd all repeated as kids had been just the surface of something deeper, more beautiful and complex than any of us imagined. Today, there's a plaque at the tunnel entrance that reads, "From 1858 to 2004, these tunnels sheltered those seeking freedom." Below, in smaller text, "Sometimes children see what adults choose to ignore." Every Roosevelt student who passed through those halls had been walking above history, above refuge, above truth dismissed as rumor. We'd been right all along. We just hadn't known how right we were.